Hey guys, for today's class, you're going to need a block. So make sure you have one of those. And then we're going to go ahead and get started in child's pose. So take those knees wide, big toes come together, and walk the body forward, sinking those hips down towards the heels. Taking a few breaths here, allowing whatever comes up to be there, but then to continue drifting by as you settle into your practice. On your next inhale, rise up into tabletop. We'll begin with some traditional cat-cows here, just warming up the spine, really drawing the belly in towards the spine as you exhale. Inhaling to lift, exhaling to round. Take a few more on your own here. Now scoot those knees back about a step, and then as you inhale, lift, and as you exhale, the hips go back towards the heels. So inhale, rounding forward. Exhale, take those hips up and back to your child's pose. Just a couple more here. As you exhale, send those hips all the way back to the heels. On an in-breath, lift that left arm up. And as you exhale, thread it underneath the body for a thread the needle. Now you can keep the right arm extended, or if you'd like, you can take that right arm to the low back or into the hip crease of that left hip. Take a couple more breaths here. And then we'll gently release that right arm forward. Left arm comes forward and we'll take it to the other side. Inhale, right arm lift. Exhale, thread it underneath. And the left arm can stay forward or again, sweep it back behind. Maybe the fingertips find the right hip crease. Beautiful. Last breath here, and then release those left fingertips, reaching them forward. Right arm reaches forward, and then from here, we're going to bring the whole body forward, maybe stepping those knees back a little bit more. Make sure you have your block close, and then we'll sink the heart down for puppy pose or heart melting pose. Take a few breaths here, chin or forehead on the mat. Letting the heart really sink towards the mat here. One more breath. And then we'll press into the hands and into the forearms, lifting that heart up and grabbing hold of your block. Setting the block right underneath where your hands will go. This will be a little easier if you have two blocks, but with just one, it'll work. And then sinking the heart back down, you're going to notice a lot more opening into the shoulders here. Breathe. And allow the body to open. One more inhale here. As you exhale, press into the block, lift the body up, and move the block to the side. Lower yourself down all the way onto the mat and tent the fingers up at 10 and 2, elbows facing the sky. Inhale to lift and exhale to lower, taking 3 or 4 rounds of oscillating cobra on your own. Last breath in, full exhale as you lower. Bring the hands beneath the shoulders, press on up, tuck the toes, and send it back to down dog. Take your time here, pedal out those feet. Maybe you've had a busy day, busy weekend, and the body's feeling a little tight. So take a moment here to just feel into how this movement feels in your body. On your next inhale, right leg lifts high. Hold it here. Again, really reaching up. Warming up the body here, and then bend the knee, open the hip, and then slow circles with that knee as if I've taped a paintbrush to the top of your knee. Draw me some circles in the air, going 3 or 4 in one direction. Again, just taking your time, noticing any messages that your body is sending you here. And then we'll reverse the direction of the rotation, again, taking about 4 in the other direction. On your next inhale, extend the right leg high. As you exhale, we're going to drop the left knee close to the mat. Keep the right leg lifted and take it up. 2 more, drop that knee close to the mat and press it up. 1 more time here, drop the knee down, press it up and inhale. As you exhale, right knee comes close to the right elbow. Take it all the way up and bring knee to elbow. 1 more time, inhale, lift. Exhale, pull it forward, keep the knee there, and then slide the knee towards the wrist. Take it up as high as you can. Slide it down and lift. Slide it down, lift on the exhale. Inhale, extend, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot to the top of the mat in between the hands. Drop the left knee down, untuck the left toes, coming into Anjaneyasana, just a little bit of a sinking of the hips forward and down. We're gonna warm this up really slow. Maybe you add in a little bit of pulsing, or you can stay in stillness here. Inhale, arms reach up. As you exhale, cactus the arms, lift the heart. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. This time, inhale, lift it up. As you exhale, half splits. Now we want to think of really digging the heel into the mat and pulling the body forward as we inhale back to Anjaneyasana. So it's not a passive stretch here. We're pulling the body forward. Good, last time here. Exhale, send it back. Inhale, reach it forward and hands come to the mat. Step the right foot to the back of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, little back bend here. And exhale, find your downward facing dog. Same thing on the other side. Inhale, lift that left leg high. Hold for a breath. And then exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip. Really feeling a stretch as you do so. And then you'll begin with those big hip circles on the left side, taking it as slow as you'd like, maybe smaller on this side or larger, depending on how the body is feeling. Good. Go ahead and reverse the direction of the rotation, taking about 4 in the other way. Beautiful. Last time here, and then we'll inhale, extend, 3-legged dog. As you exhale, drop that right knee towards the mat. Press it back up, down dog. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Beautiful job. Inhale, lower. Last one. Exhale, lift. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, knee comes close to the left elbow. Take it forward. Kick it up. Inhale. Exhale, take it forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, take it forward. Hold. Slide the knee down to the wrist. Lift it up high. 4, 2, 4, 3. Last one. Take it high. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot to the top of the mat. Good. Drop the right knee. Coming into our Anjaneyasana, just holding here, maybe little pulses. Slowing things down now that we've warmed things up a bit. And then on your next inhale, lift those arms, reaching up, exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach. Exhale, little back bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus. Now inhale here. As you exhale, shift the hips back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, half splits. 2 more. Inhale, lift. And take it back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, take it back. Beautiful. Inhale, come forward. Place those hands on the mat. Step the left foot back and take your vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here. And then we'll inhale, lift that right leg. As you exhale, bring that right knee to the right elbow and then cross the right ankle above the left knee, pressing the hips back up for a figure 4 down dog. This one feels so good. 1 more breath in. And then as you exhale, we're going to pull that knee back in towards the elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, shift forward to our pigeon pose, dropping the right knee and shin, scooting the left leg back. Inhale, lengthen up. And as you exhale, you can fold forward, either using your block to rest the head on or the forearms on, or just lying all the way down across the shin. Holding here and spending a little bit of time just allowing things to be as we slow things down for a deeper stretch for the rest of our class. Allowing yourself time to be still here, just enjoying this moment, enjoying the body loosening with every inhale and every exhale. And then on your next inhale, let's lift the upper body, moving your block out of the way. And then we're going to take it into a little twist. Now you can take that right hand and simply press it onto the mat in front of the right foot. Or you can see if you can sneak that elbow and tricep all the way into the arch of the foot. Maybe the hands come to heart center, and then you press one hand into the other to bring the hands closer towards the center of the chest. Breathing here in this pigeon twist. Go ahead and begin to unwind gently. Inhale, lift. Tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, step back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, left knee lifts. Exhale, pull the knee forward, and then we'll cross the left ankle above the right knee, pressing the heart back for figure 4 down dog. One more deep breath in. Then as you exhale, we're going to pull that left knee to the left elbow, left tricep. Inhale, kick it all the way back, three-legged dog. Exhale, pull that knee back in and allow the knee and the shin to come to the mat. Scoot that right leg back. Pigeon pose on the other side. Again, using your block if that feels good to you today in this moment. And that's what's so great about every moment, is that they are different and we can allow them to be just what they are. Now maybe the body's beginning to open and you can lower the forehead down towards the mat or on a lower setting of your block. Breathe here and just be. Now let's go ahead and take it into that twist, lifting the upper body. We'll take the left hand to the inside of the left foot. Now you can either stay there or work your way towards getting that tricep into the arch of the foot. Press the hands together and peel the body open towards the right. Take a few breaths here. Gently unwind the body, lifting up, and we're going to roll to the left hip, kick the right leg forward. Now the left foot's going to be on the right inner thigh. You can have your block close by, especially if you're feeling tight today. Now we'll inhale, lift everything up. As you exhale, fold forward. Now, depending on the day, depending on the moment, it might not be as deep as maybe it normally is, and that's okay. Use your block to assist you, and then just allow things to be as they are. Not trying to change anything, just accepting here, accepting each breath as it comes. Last inhale here, and full exhale. Gently lift that upper body, moving your block to the side, and we'll angle ourselves slightly more open towards the left. Inhale, lift both arms. As you exhale, shift over towards the right. The right arm will come on the inside of that right leg, left arm reaching up and over. Nice side body stretch here. Send the breath into the left rib cage. Beautiful. On your next inhale, we're going to lift all the way up. Place that left hand behind you. And as you inhale, right arm reaches up, press into the shin, press into the foot. Little stretch here, open yourself up. And as you exhale, lower the hips back down. We'll go ahead and switch the legs out here. Left leg forward, right foot to the left inner thigh. Have your block nearby. Inhale, reach. Exhale, begin to fold. Again, you can set the block up like I do here to rest the forehead on. Last round of breath here, sinking in. And then very gently, we'll begin to lift that upper body off of the block and off of the leg. From here, we are going to take it into that side stretch, but I'm going to turn so that I'm still facing the camera here. So left leg will be out, right foot in, inhale, lift. Exhale, shift that body over towards that left leg, right arm reaching up and over. Another side body stretch for the right side. Beautiful. Last breath here. Then we'll inhale, reach it up, right hand back behind, sweep that left arm, lift up, press into the hips, press into the extended leg. Nice stretch here. And then exhale as the hips come back down. Now you can stay where you are or turn to face the top of the mat, but we'll bring the bottoms of the feet together for our butterfly pose. And you can bring your block with you to rest the forehead on if that's what you need today. Wiggle those legs up and down, those knees, to build a little bit of warmth in the inner thighs. Good. Now inhale, extend. Exhale, begin to fold forward using the elbows to really press those knees down towards the mat. You can use the block to rest your head on here. And again, just coming back to the idea that each moment is different and to expect everything to stay the same is just insane because the only constant is change. Good. On your next inhale, we'll lift the upper body, move your block to the side, and let's extend both legs forward. Now you can shake the legs out a little bit, maybe moving the flesh from underneath your sit bone so that you can fold a little bit deeper. Inhale as you lift both arms towards the sky, and as you exhale, fold forward. Now, depending on, again, your activity that you've done today or during the week, you may be really tight, so take this slow. And know that the block is always there. Maybe you're able to go all the way down with the forehead to the knees or the shins, or the block rests on the knees or the shins so that the forehead can rest on the block. Good, last breath here. And then we'll move our block slightly towards the back of your mat where your head will be. And then we're going to bend that right knee, and the shin is going to be right next to the thigh and the ankle next to the hip. Now make sure you're staying strong in the left foot. So we're kicking that left foot forward, and you can either stay here, hands can be at the heart, or if you'd like, hands back behind, maybe leaning back just a bit or all the way to the elbows. You can lean the head back if it feels good to you. Beautiful. On your next inhale, go ahead and come back to a seated position if you're not already. And then we'll just kick the right leg forward, and we'll do the same thing on the left side. So bending the left knee, making sure both knees stay close together. Now this is my tender side, so I'm staying in this upright position a little bit longer, but please feel free to take it back either to the hands or the forearms or all the way lying on your back. Breathe steady here, knowing that there's no rush to change anything, knowing that there are phases for everything. Good. On your next inhale, go ahead and press into the hands or the forearms, coming back to a seated position. Kick the left leg forward. And we're going to bend both knees, feet flat. Hands are going to be behind you on the mat, fingertips facing forward. And as you exhale, press those hips up, reverse tabletop. Just taking a couple breaths here, squeezing into the legs, into your bum, feeling a nice deep stretch on the front of the shoulders. One more inhale here, and then exhale, slowly lower the hips down. Now take your block with you as you come to lying. Pull those heels in close, knees are bent, hands are by the hips. Deep breath in, and as you exhale, lift those hips up towards the sky, bridge pose. Hold here for a few breaths. Feeling that excitement in the lower body, but also feeling a little bit looser from everything we've already done. Good. Now on your next out breath, go ahead and lower those hips all the way back down towards the mat. And just take one full round of breath here, resting the spine, resting those big leg muscles. Then grab your block, deep breath in. As you exhale, lift those hips one more time, placing the block underneath your sacrum, which is that triangle bone at the bottom of your spine. Rest here. And just notice whether or not your body enjoys this. Maybe the arms go up overhead, and you can just be still. Now, if those arms are lifted overhead, go ahead and bring them back down by the hips. You can go ahead and remove the block and allow the low back to come back down to the mat. Bring the knees in towards the chest, grabbing the shins with the hands, and then just rock side to side for a moment here. Take the right arm to the right and both knees drift over towards the left. Letting everything release here. Good. Bring both knees back to center. Right arm comes in. Left arm to the left and both knees drift slowly to the right. Continuing to wind down your practice here in this slow, gentle release. Good. Bring the knees back in towards the chest, grabbing the shins with the hands. Inhale, lift the forehead to the knees, and as you exhale, extend everything out for your Shavasana. Give yourself a few minutes here, especially if it has been a little bit more of a hectic day or you've been more active. Finding stillness here just for you. Now I am going to leave you here. Thank you so much for practicing with me, and I can't wait to see you all again. Have a wonderful week or weekend or evening. Namaste.